Did it start? Are we on? Yeah. I think so, yeah? Okay. Hello, everyone. We are live from Calgary, Canada. So come on here, Mely. I have a host here, our fellow Saladmaster dealer here in Calgary. So we posted everywhere our address. We are starting here already live. You can join, come on in. We're going to be cooking for next hour. We're going to be prepping quite a lot of dishes. So come on in. Don't be worried that you are late. Come on in and come and try our food. We're going to have a bunch of good food going on. So Mely, can you give the address one more time?
Yes, the address here is Unit 200, 9705C, Horton Road, Southwest, Calgary, Alberta.
Okay, so we have an address posted. If you have my page, you have all the information on my page. So go ahead, come on over and try the food. So what we're gonna cook today, have a bunch of good stuff here, yeah?
Yes.
So we're gonna have a fruit salad. We're gonna have a cabbage salad. We're gonna have a potato salad. We're gonna have steamed fish. We're gonna have fried chicken. We're gonna have rice dish. We're gonna have what else? What else we're gonna have here? I think that's it, yeah? So
Rice
7
with-
dishes, yeah, rice dish. So 8 dishes. So we have 8 dishes going on. So we're gonna cook everything in under 1 hour. So this is pretty cool that we can cook we're gonna have probably around 15, 20 people here in the office. So this food's gonna be enough for all those people, and we're gonna spend less than an hour to prep the food. So we're gonna start with the longest dishes, yeah? So the ones that take the longest. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with my lamb dish. This is a very traditional Central Asian dish. A lot of Middle Eastern, Mongolians, Central Asian countries, Russians, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, all those Middle Eastern, Iraqis, Indians, they all have their version of this rice dish. So we, like Indians, they call them biryani, yeah? I don't know, Middle Easterns, they call them something else. So Mongolians, we call them something else. So, but it's basically the same concept. So the main ingredients of this dish is the rice, lamb meat. So we're gonna have fresh lamb meat here, onion, garlic, and we're gonna have rice, and we're gonna have some spices like bay leaves and cumin, dried cumin powder, and then salt and pepper. That's about it. It's very simple, and it's really delicious and really fast one-pot dish. Okay, so you only need 1 pot. For this dish, we're gonna use our MP5, which is our multi-purpose 5-quart, and that one's gonna it's not only a rice cooker, but we can also cook soup in here. We can roast the whole chicken in here. We can bake cake. We can do all kinds of cool stuff in here. So basically, if you have our electric pieces, you don't need a kitchen. It basically replaces your entire kitchen, okay? So it's really great for travel, camping, hotel room, RVs, boats, and so on, so on. So it's a really versatile pieces, okay? So I'm heating up our MP5 in 450 degrees just to heat it up. I'm gonna need for this dish carrots. So I'm gonna use my cone number 2, Saladmaster machine cone number 2. So I'm gonna use cone number 2, and I'm gonna add the whole carrot in here. This dish takes a lot of carrots. It's really good with tons of carrots in it. Does everybody have our Saladmaster machine? All our guests have Saladmaster machine at home? Yes or no? No? Okay, so you can earn this machine for free. So Mely's gonna explain how you can earn here in Calgary a free Saladmaster machine.
Yes, just to invite 3 couples. Then
3 couples. So 3 couples to one of our cooking classes.
Then the 3 couple must be cooked within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks, so you bring all those people within 2 weeks to the office, yeah? And I'm gonna need my onion. So I'm gonna grab my onion here. I'm gonna use cone number 3 for onions. Okay. So I'm gonna use my cone number 3. Can I get the insert, the MP5 insert?
Yeah.
Right there. Thank you very much. So I'm using I'm using my cone number 3, and I'm gonna take my onion. So if you have this machine, basically your prep time is cut in 80%. Yeah?
Yes.
So whatever you cut for 30 minutes, you can do it in 5 minutes. Okay? So if you put your fingers inside the machine, inside your cone, it doesn't cut. If you reverse it, it doesn't cut. So whatever is stuck to the cone, you can just pick it up like that. The only way you can cut your fingers is if you put your fingers here. So it's always 45-degree angle, and you always protect your hands with this plastic cover on it, okay? So it's very safe. It doesn't require any electricity. It's a manual machine, so you can take this machine anywhere you want, okay? So camping, hotel room, I don't know, anywhere you want, you can take it with you, okay? So I have onions cut up. We need to wash this. Okay. So now let's go back to our MP5. So we have it already preheated. The MP5 is already preheated. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add the onions. There is no oil added to this dish. Usually, traditionally, when you make this dish, you use a lot of oil. We're not going to be using any oil. This is basically empty MP5, and we just added the onions on top of it, okay? On top of the onions, we're going to add the meat. I have some lamb ribs and some cut up lamb meat. So this is a lamb meat. Okay, I went to Canadian grocery store today. Meat is very expensive in Canada. So, but the lamb is actually not too bad. But as I noticed when I went to Canadian store, meat is very, very expensive here. I think it's more expensive than US. So that's why we encourage you to eat less meat and eat more vegetables and save some money also, okay? But we're gonna show you this dish with the lamb today. So we're gonna add all the lamb. We have some bones, some ribs in here, so we're gonna put everything in there. So it all goes into MP5, okay? We're gonna add our bay leaves, okay? So I'm gonna add a couple pieces of bay leaves, okay? If you wanna see, you can obviously come here closer and watch me closer. So I put some pieces of bay leaves. I'm gonna put some cumin, okay? We're gonna put some cumin here. So we're gonna put generous amount of cumin, probably around 1 teaspoon of cumin, okay? And then we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Okay, we're gonna add some black pepper. Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna cover my lid and let it cook. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna let it cook for 5 minutes. So the meat needs to be cooked, probably 80%. It should be cooked already. And then I'm gonna add my carrots. I'm gonna add my rice, and I'm gonna use my MP5 setting, the rice 2 setting. So as you know, our electric pieces, our MP5 and electric skillet, both can be programmed with a rice setting. So I'm gonna set it on rice 2 setting and just let it cook. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna look at it, and we're gonna move on to the next dishes, okay? So let the meat cook for 5 minutes. In meantime, I'm gonna show you another dish, also very popular in Eastern Europe. Americans also do, but it's a little bit different than American style potato salad. It's a little bit different. I'm making it more European, more Eastern European. That's how they make in Russia. That's how they make in Eastern Europe, like Poland. Mongolians like this salad too. So it's a very popular salad. So every holiday table, if you go to a Russian family or to Eastern European family parties, you will see this salad in every holiday table. It's a very signature dish that they make it for every single holiday, like New Year's, you know, the birthday parties and so on, so on. So I'm gonna show you how to make this dish without any water, okay? Normally, when you make this potato salad, you have to use 1 cookware for potatoes. Then you need another cookware for eggs. You need another cookware for peas and carrots and so on. So it takes 2-3 pieces of cookware to make this dish, and it takes a long time to prep it. So it's very, special dish only for special occasions. So, but I'm going to show you today how you can make it under 30 minutes, everything, and again in one pot. Okay, so it's going to be all done in one pot. I'm going to make this dish a little bit more diabetic friendly. So I'm going to de-starch the potato so there is no sugar, a lot of sugar and a lot of starch. Starch turns into sugar, yeah? So I'm going to make this dish a little bit more diabetic friendly. So I'm going to de-starch the potatoes, okay? So what I'm going to do is, Mely, I need a cutting board and a knife, please. So what I'm going to do...
Saladmaster cutting.
Yeah, we should, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. So I'm gonna take, Mely, can you look at my camera so they see what I'm doing here? Okay. So if you can see, I'm gonna cut the potatoes into more half an inch thick slices, okay? And then I'm gonna use cone number 3 to cut them into smaller pieces. So I'm gonna basically cut them up like that. And I'm gonna use our cone number 3 to cut them. Because the cutting process of this dish, that's what makes it's a very, labor intensive prep time. But if you have our Saladmaster machine, you actually takes 5 minutes to prep it, okay? So I'm gonna have my carrots, and I'm gonna have also my potatoes. So I'm just cutting them into 2 pieces, just like that, okay? I'm gonna cut them in half. That's it. So now I'm gonna use cone number 3 again, okay? Just watch me on the thing. I'm gonna take this sliced potato. I'm gonna put the flat surface against our plastic cover. So now, look what's going on. You see, you get a perfect square pieces like that. So you don't have to cut them by hand. It takes a long time to cut them into a perfect square. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a sliced carrot and using cone number 3, and I'm dicing them so easy and fast, yeah? So that's the beauty of Saladmaster machine. That's why it should be in every single kitchen, because it saves your time. It cuts your cooking time, in half, at least, maybe even 80%. So it's a really great piece of equipment to have in your kitchens. Okay, so another one. So I'm gonna cut them all. Mely, can you cut them so I can check on my lamb? So go ahead, keep cutting the potatoes, okay? So do we have spoons, the metal spoons? Yeah. Our metals?
Over there, I put over there.
Over there? Okay. So we're gonna check on our meat. So our meat, the lamb, is already browned. Lenny, can you show on the camera what's going on in my MP5 so they can see? So the meat released all its juices. It's nice and brown already. You can smell it, yes? Can you smell the lamb in the room? So it's really good. So soon I think our cameras will have an option to smell on distance, so everybody around the world can smell our food. So pretty much I browned the meat. So it's around 60-70% the meat is already cooked. You see, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. So meat is almost done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add now my carrots. Okay. So I'm gonna add my cut carrots to that. Okay, I'm gonna add my carrots. And then I'm gonna add my rice. So we are using regular brown rice. It might be too much.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm gonna let the rice go down. So make sure you level your rice so it's not sitting on top of a bunch of meat. So I just mix my meat with my rice. Okay. So I'm not gonna add a lot of water to it, like if you were just cooking the rice. I'm gonna put enough water just to cover the rice. That's it. So there's really no measuring anything. All you need to do is just make sure your rice is covered. Okay. Can I get a cup of water, Mely, please? Okay. So I'm gonna put this rice away because it's too much, so we're not gonna use it. So all I'm gonna do is just add just enough water just to cover the rice. Okay. That's it. So I'm gonna add a little, because we added so much water and rice. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt on top. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cumin. Okay. And that's it. We're gonna cover our MT5. I'm gonna pull out my probe. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna do a temperature, down arrow, rice 1, rice 2. Because it's more than 2 cups. If it's 1 or 2 cups, it's a smaller dish. You can do it on the rice 1. But because we have pretty full pot here, so it's gonna be rice 2 for sure. Okay, it's over 2 cups. So we're gonna set on the rice 2 setting. I'm gonna plug it in. Okay, and I'm gonna remove from here. Mely, can I put this somewhere on that side? We can cook it here somewhere else. Okay, so it's out of my way. And plug it in and put on rice too. Okay. Okay, so rice dish is done. So we are moving on to our next dish. Mely cut for me potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is, where's my cone number 3? Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna finish the potatoes here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do all the potatoes. And I'm gonna wash it in the cold water so I can de-starch it and make it a little bit more diabetic healthier, a little bit more less starchy. So I'm gonna just wash it in the cold water. Okay. Mely, can you please wash, just squeeze it out and wash it. Don't throw away the water because I want to show the people how much starch comes out of that thing, okay? So I'm gonna use this bowl and I'm gonna use the same cone number 3 and I'm gonna cut my carrots now. Again, it's a nice, perfect squares, so we don't have to cut them by hand. I want to show it to our audience so they can see. You see the nice cut, it's easy. So it's nice squares. You don't have to cut it by hand. Яг манай нөгөө нийслэл салаадны гоё дөрвөлжин ингээд чичиж байгаа байхгүй тий. Okay. So you can make all kinds of different salads. I'm going to show you how you can make salads in 5 minutes using our Saladmaster machine. I'm going to be making 3 raw salads today. Do you eat raw vegetables? Yeah? So a lot of people don't eat too many raw vegetables, but these salads will encourage you to eat more raw vegetables, okay? Mely, you done?
Yes.
Almost? Okay, can I get an electric skillet? Not preheated. There should be a cold one. Yeah. Okay. So we have an electric skillet. So I'm going to use an electric skillet today. This is a 12-inch electric skillet. We have a 10-inch and 12-inch. So if you have a smaller family, 1 to 2, 3 people, 10 inches is a perfect size. If you have more than 3 people, 12 inches is a great piece to have, okay? So this is a cold electric skillet. There is no water, no oil, nothing, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my potatoes. So these are washed potatoes. Can I get the frozen peas? Frozen peas. It's in the freezer. Okay, I'm gonna add to this, I'm gonna add the carrots. Okay. And then on the side, I'm gonna add frozen peas. Okay. So it's all in one pot. This is an easy one pot dish again, okay? I'm showing you dishes that you can do really at home and save time and energy. So you're doing everything in one pot, okay? So you don't have to use a lot of different pots and you don't need to wash a bunch of pots later on, okay? So it saves some time. Okay, on top of this, I'm gonna put raw eggs. This potato salad, it requires eggs. So I'm gonna put raw eggs. I'm gonna put it on top of the potatoes. Okay. So I'm gonna put the raw eggs on it, okay? Okay. So on top of it, I'm gonna show you an experiment today. So I'm gonna take a salt. I'm not gonna put any salt in here. This salad's gonna be cooked without any salt. These veggies will be completely no salt, okay? So I'm adding here, I'm gonna add some salt on a piece of paper towel. And I'm gonna let it cook. So as you can see, you see how much salt I'm putting on the paper? Yeah? So this is salt, okay? So I'm gonna put this salt paper right here in the middle, okay? And I'm gonna let it cook. So we're gonna cover. Electric skillet is covered now. We're gonna plug it in to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. What's in Celsius? 300. Medium heat. What's medium? 300 Fahrenheit, okay? That's for US. Canadians, do you guys do Celsius? Do you do Celsius or Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit? You do Fahrenheit also in Canada? Yeah. Okay. So it's 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is on the stove top is a medium heat. It's like a 5, 6 on the stove top. So we're gonna put it in the 300 degrees. We're gonna just plug it somewhere else. Here? Okay. So we're gonna plug it in and set a temperature through 300 degrees, medium heat, okay? And after our valve starts clicking, we're gonna lower it to 200 degrees, which is a low heat on the dial on the stove top will be like 1, 2, and let it cook 15 minutes. That's it. And it's gonna be all done. Your eggs, your veggies, everything will be done in one, okay? So can we take this away? We don't need this. Okay. Okay, so my 2 hot dishes are getting done. Mely, you wanna do the, let me show you guys the water, the starch from the potatoes. How let's do the chicken.
Yes, you do the chickens, huh?
Okay. So as you can see on our camera, let's our camera people see. This is how much starch came out of that potato. Okay? You know what happens to this starch when it goes into your stomach? It turns into a sugar. Okay? So people with diabetes, they shouldn't be eating starch like this, okay? And if you're on diet, you want to lose some weight, you also want to remove this starch, okay? So you don't want to eat that, okay? So this much starch was removed. Okay, we have a completely frozen chicken here, okay? These are chicken with skin on, bone in, chicken thighs, okay? We just got them from the store. They're completely frozen, okay? We didn't have time to defrost them. So we preheated our electric skillet to 450 degrees. That's our max temperature that you can have here, okay? And I'm gonna show you something interesting in this cookware. Can you hear it? Okay, so you can hear there's a liquid, yeah, inside the electric skillet. So all our electric pieces have a oil core, which means between two metals on the bottom, there's actually oil in there. What that does is it allows your electric skillet to heat up and evenly. Doesn't matter if it's here, 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 or here, it's all even 450 degrees. That allows us to cook with no water and no oil, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna fry chicken with no oil. There's nothing here, it's empty, nice and clean electric skillet, okay? So I'm gonna put here completely frozen, solid frozen chicken. That's enough, yeah? Okay. So I'm gonna cover the skillet. After what, 15 minutes do we turn? So do we set timer how much here? 40 minutes? 35 minutes? Extra 5-10 minutes for frozen?
No, we always do 30 minutes only, even it's frozen.
Even if it's frozen, 30 minutes only. Wow, nice, okay. So we're gonna have 450 degrees and we're gonna have a timer here for 30 minutes, okay? So after 15 minutes, all I'm gonna do is just turn it around. I'm not gonna put here any salt, any pepper, no spices, nothing, okay? So I put for 30 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're gonna just flip it over, okay? So let me wash my hands. I touched the meat, so let me wash my hands real quick. Mely, you wanna do your fish now?
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you explain your fish? And then we'll go to the salads.
Okay. So now we're gonna cook also a steamed fish. Do you like steamed fish?
Yeah.
Okay, so this cookware, you can cook waterless. Okay, because this cookware is even the distribution of the heat. So anything that has a natural source of water, you can cook waterless.
So any veggies, fish,
Now,
meat.
yes, we're gonna do a steamed fish with no water.
So this is our 5-quart wok. We have two sizes of woks. We have 5-quart and the 7-quart.
Yes.
Those are very popular pieces. So I sell them all the time. All my sets come with a wok. So
Yes.
I sell them a lot. So this is a 5-quart wok, okay? So go
One
ahead.
of
So
my favorite.
yes, I use it every day at home too. So
Okay. So, in our steamed fish, I just cut some tomatoes, onion, and a ginger. Okay, and you can put some garlic too if you would like, right? Okay.
oh, I forgot to put my garlic in my rice. Let me put
And
this.
you can add your fish, a clean one, of course. Okay, just put on top.
What kind of fish is this?
It's a pampano.
Pompano? Okay.
Yes, it's a pampano.
So as you can see, we didn't add any water. We didn't add any oil. So only veggies on the bottom, onions, tomato, ginger. You can add some garlic if you want. And we just place the fish right on top of it.
Yes, and we just gonna add some vegetables. Okay, we need a healthy food, right? Okay, so we're gonna add a sliced eggplant. This is really good. It helps reduce your cholesterol level, so it's good for our body.
So we're
So
putting
just add-
sliced eggplants on top. Everything is raw right now. Yeah, the fish, the
Yes.
veggies, everything is raw
And also we're gonna add okra
on top.
on top.
That's
Because
a really
okra-
nice
yes.
collagen.
Yes, okra also is antioxidant, right? Yes. So it's really good.
It has that slimy texture once it's cooked. It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good for skin
Yeah,
too.
Filipino loves it.
Oh yeah?
Especially me. It's really antioxidant. So you must eat lots of okra. Yes,
Okay.
I suggest. Okay, then I will add some turmeric. This is really good. Anti-inflammatory, right?
So let
No salt, just turmeric. Just maybe half. It's up to you. You can, yeah, we can add just half of teaspoon.
teaspoon, half of the teaspoon.
Uh-huh. Then you can add any seasoning if you would like, but this time just turmeric. And let's see the taste. You know, our cookware, we are using a 316 titanium. So this is like add on any.
316 titanium is basically whatever you put in the cookware, that's what you get back. So you don't get any mixed chemicals or any heavy metal toxins in your food. A lot of time people need to add a lot of spices and salt and pepper because their food is tasteless. When it's done cooking, they're like, whoa, there's no taste. So they keep adding salt. In Saladmaster, you will see the flavors. That's why we're cooking the chicken with no salt today. We're cooking fish with no salt today. So you can see the flavors of actually food and the meat that it comes out without any seasoning.
Yes, it retains the natural flavor there. Then just cover it and turn to medium heat, right? Okay, just 350. No. Or
300,
just 300.
300 is enough.
Yes. Then, can you, if the people about cleaning, what does it mean?
Turn the heat down. It means, this is basically your nutrition protector. This is the signal. Save me signal, yes? Save me, please save me. Why please save me? Because once you start cooking your food in a very high temperature, yeah, you're losing all your nutrients, your vitamins, and the minerals. You're killing them basically with the high heat and the steam. So we're gonna, as soon as the valve starts clicking at 189 Fahrenheit, it's around 87, 89 degrees Celsius, it starts clicking, yes? So before it reaches 100 degrees Celsius, it starts clicking. So that allows you to preserve 93%, on average, 93% of your vitamins and minerals, your nutrients. So we want to eat healthy. We want to get all the nutrients out of our food. We need to cook them on a low heat, okay?
Yes. So medium heat, click, then turn it to low. Then just add maybe 15 to 17 minutes. Then it's done.
Okay.
That's simple as that. Easy.
So after it clicks, how many minutes?
15 to 17 minutes.
15 to 17 minutes. So it's very similar to the potato dish that I'm making. Same thing. Once it starts clicking, we're going to lower the heat to 200 Fahrenheit and we're going to cook it around 15 to 17 minutes. Exact same concept. So it's very easy and quick, okay? So let me do my salad first. So where's my big bowl? I had the big bowl. Where's the big bowl? So I'm gonna use our double wall bowl. Can you move the camera this way? So I'm gonna wash it because I'm gonna start cutting fruit. So I don't want the onions and other things on my fruit. So I'm gonna really do a quick rinse.
So 300 or 350. Okay.
Yeah, mine is better 300 because I don't want it to burn. Okay, so we're gonna do the fruit salad. A lot of times what happens with the fruits is we we throw away a lot of fruits. Yeah, by the time we get to it, half of this is rotten. Yeah, so you have to eat fruits really fast, otherwise they go bad really fast. So we are buying our fruits with money, and half of it goes into the garbage. We are throwing away not only food, but we're throwing away our food, our money. Yeah, so that's very important to eat your fruits on time. So, you know, if you put your fruits like this, most likely they're gonna bite it 1 or 2 times and then just leave it. Nobody's gonna eat it, yeah? But if you make it and convert it into a really good salad, everybody, the kids, the adults, everybody's gonna eat it, okay? So I'm gonna do a quick appetizer right now with the fruits, okay? So I'm gonna remove the plastic cover, and I have a melon. It can be anything, honeydew, cantaloupe, any melon that you like, you can use it. So today I'm using cantaloupe, okay? So we're gonna take a cone number 3. I removed the plastic cover, and I'm gonna make melon noodles basically, okay? So I'm gonna put next one. Okay. It takes literally less than 5 minutes to make this salad. I'm using whole cantaloupe. Okay. So it's very easy, simple ingredients. So I'm using melon. Okay. And then I'm gonna use strawberries. So all my melon are cut. As you can see, it basically cleans up all your melons, and it gets that perfect cuts, okay? So we're gonna throw this away. Okay, on top of it, I'm gonna add some blueberries. You know, blueberries have a lot of antioxidants. Yeah, anything colored purple, blue, they're gonna be all very heavy on antioxidants. Now I'm gonna put my cover on, my plastic cover on, and I'm gonna cut strawberries, same cut cone number 3, okay? So we're gonna add some strawberries to this. Okay. Okay. I think that's pretty enough of strawberries. So I should probably take some more. Okay. Okay, we're done with the strawberries. I'm gonna take number 1 cone, and I'm gonna zest. I'm gonna make a dressing for my salad, yeah? So the dressing is gonna be the orange zest and orange juice. So I'm gonna switch to cone number 1, and I'm gonna zest it. Zest the orange skin off. Okay. So as you can see already in the room, there is this nice smell of the orange. Yeah, you can smell it. So we're gonna do a quick zest. You know, the skin of the citrus skins, they have not only high vitamin C, but it has a lot of nice antioxidants, fiber, and other nutrients that you need to have. Yeah. Can I have a knife here? Small knife. Okay. So I'm gonna cut that in half, and I'm gonna add orange juice to my dressing. Okay, to my salad. Okay. And I'm gonna add one more. So basically you're using all the parts of the orange, not only the orange juice, but you're also using the zest. So we're using all parts of our orange. Okay. That's it. Very easy, simple, but super delicious. Tons of different vitamins. If you look at the bowl, you will see different colors. Yeah, different colors mean they have different vitamins. So you need to eat minimum 5 to 7 different colors to get different minerals and vitamins in your daily food, okay? So let's mix it up with, do we have a big, Yeah. And we're gonna just mix it up. So we have a delicious fruit salad here. Okay. Super colorful. And it smells really nice now. Okay. So as you can see, it's really nice, colorful, and super easy and fast. Less than 5 minutes to prep time. So go ahead, try it. You can try the appetizer, okay? Okay, now we're gonna do our next salad. The next salad, we're gonna have a rainbow cabbage slaw, okay? So we're gonna use for that, okay? We're gonna use carrots. So we're using cone number 1, and we're gonna do our carrots in cone number 1. Really easy, fast, less than 5 minutes to make this salad. So I'm doing a full carrot here. Okay. Then I'm gonna do celery. Do you eat a lot of celery on daily basis? Do you guys like celery? No? A lot of people don't like celery because of, it doesn't have the great taste, yeah? So what happens is, you see the fibers, these fibers? You need to either remove them or cut them in really small pieces because our stomach acids cannot break these down, yeah? So these are kind of, and also that's what gives that celery that taste, yeah? So by removing these, it's actually the inside of the celery is actually sweet vegetable, okay? So celery is a great detoxifier. Also, it moves toxins out of your body. It cleans your liver, so it's a really liver friendly. If your liver is not functioning properly, most likely you're going to have some kind of health issues, okay? So it's very important to eat celery on daily basis and help your liver to detoxify and remove toxins out of your body, okay? So I'm going to use 3 small celery on cone number 1, and I'm removing all these fibers out of them, okay? And do that. Cone number 2. On cone number 2, I'm going to use daikon radish. This is a typical Asian white radish. You can use the regular red radishes, but I prefer the white. I just like the taste of it. So I'm going to use daikon white radish for this. Cone number 2. This is cone number 2. Okay. Cone number 2. I'm going to add a little bit also apples because I want to add a little bit of a sweetness because I'm not using a lot of dressing on this salad. I want to give a little bit of sweetness. Instead of adding sugar to a lot of dressings, store-bought dressings have a lot of sugar in it, yeah? So instead of sugar, I'm going to use apples, the sweetness of the fruit, to add that sweetness to your salad, okay? So it's again, cone number 2, I'm adding a little bit of apples, okay? Okay, so cone number 2, apples. Okay, we can add also some zucchini. Gonna add some raw zucchini to this. Okay. Okay. And that's about it. Now, I'm gonna switch to cone number 4 and I'm gonna show you how you can do celery slices. So same thing, you're taking celery, cone number 4. We're doing really nice slices. And again, we remove all these fibers with this easy cut. So I usually add celery like this to my stir fries, to my soup and all that stuff. It's really nice thin slices, yeah? So this is cone number 4, okay? And again, we're removing all the fibers out of them. Okay. So I need another bowl.
Yeah.
I ran out of space. So let's do another one. And then I'm going to switch to cone number 5. And I'm going to do cone number 5. Red cabbage. So I'm going to do манай монголчууд байцааны салаатанд аюу их цаг үрдэг шүү дээ. Тэ байцаа хийхчин тул тийм үү. Тэгэхээр энэ аюу хурдан, амархан. Do you eat your core of your cabbage? Why not? It's hard, yeah, it's hard. A lot of people complain it's hard. But do you know that all good stuff, all your vitamins, minerals, all that stuff is inside the core? So you're throwing away all the good nutrients out of your cabbage. Plus, you buy it by weight, yeah? So the heaviest part is of your cabbage is the core. So you're throwing away your money too. So do not throw away your cabbage core. Just slice it in the smaller, thinner slices, okay? And we're gonna have nice, healthy, nutritious salad. Okay, so we're gonna add all our red cabbage to this. Okay. Should I add this or enough?
It's enough.
Enough, yeah. Do you want me to add the red? We're gonna add a little bit of white cabbage too, okay? Just green, regular green cabbage for the color. We want to have a nice rainbow here, so. Okay. Okay. And then on top of this, we're gonna add, I think we should open that chicken so the air goes out. Not yet? And we're gonna add some cilantro to our salad, okay? Cilantro is really nice detoxifying herb, so I usually add to all my salads. I'm gonna leave some a little bit for my rice dish. So we're adding a lot of cilantro. Cilantro helps to detoxify, and especially it removes heavy metal toxins out of your body. So try to use cilantro in your salads, soups, and all your dishes because it's a really healthy, nice vegetable to have, okay, in your diet. Okay, and that's it. And we're gonna make a very simple dressing today. Can I get a small bowl?
Use.
Yeah, small bowl.
Like this?
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna add, this one is our organic apple cider vinegar, okay? So it's a very simple homemade dressing. So I'm gonna add like maybe three tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Where is my salt and pepper? Where did my salt and pepper go? Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and then pepper. I'm gonna add some pepper. Okay.
Small spoon. It's okay. It's okay.
One small spoon, yeah. And a little bit of, and you can add a little bit of olive oil. Oh, where is our olive oil? So we're gonna add like maybe a teaspoon of olive oil, okay? That's it, not that much. Okay, that's it. So this is our simple dressing for our slaw. Only 4 ingredients. Very simple. So I'm gonna add a little bit on top here, and I'm gonna add the rest here. Okay.
It's okay, we can mix together.
Yeah, we need to mix it. So we're gonna mix all our veggies together, and we're gonna have a really nice rainbow salad in here. Can you give me more bowls? I need more bowls. Yeah, watch. How's the fruit salad? Do you like it? Is it easy to make? And really good. You know, if you have parties going on, and it's really easy to make, okay? And you don't waste any fruit, so kids or adults that will all eat it, okay? So make sure you eat your vegetables and fruits. So the next salad that I'm gonna make is actually another very easy salad. It's made out of raw cauliflower and broccoli. We need to eat a lot of these vegetables. Broccoli is like an anti-cancer, everything. It's a very good vegetable to eat. And especially if you eat them raw, that's the best way to eat them. Let it marinate a little bit. So after, give it 5 minutes, okay? So let me make the next salad. Can you move the camera this way too? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I need cone number 3 again. So this is cone number 3. So I'm gonna use our broccoli. So what you can do, okay? You can take a small pieces and put them in our basket and cut them this way, okay? Or you can just take the whole piece and just cut it this way, okay? We're using cone number 3. So cone number 3. And we should also eat the whole thing. Do not throw away the stems of broccoli, okay? It has a lot of good nutrients in it. So we're gonna eat them all, okay? Don't throw them away. Now we're gonna have a cauliflower. So same cone, cone number 3. So cone number 3. Everything is raw. We are not cooking any of these veggies. So we can get 100% of all the nutrients inside these veggies, okay? Okay. Now, I'm gonna take white onion. Same thing, cone number 3. Okay. Cone number 3. Now on this one, we're gonna add some nuts. So I got here some pumpkin nuts, dried cranberries, some walnuts. So we got a nice mix. Where did we get this?
Superstore.
Superstore here. If you guys are in Canada, you know what that store is. So I'm gonna add some nuts and dried cranberries to this salad. Oh, I have to open this. So I'm gonna add some nuts, some cranberries. Okay. You can just put this whole thing. Whole thing. Okay. So these are pumpkin seeds, dry cranberries, some walnuts, some other nuts in here. It's a mixture. And we're gonna use a little bit of a coleslaw dressing. We got this in the fridge section by the veggies. This is a brand called Renee's, but it can be any type of slaw dressing in your store. In the US, I like to use the Marzetti slaw dressing. So this must be a Canadian version of Marzetti. So I'm gonna use maybe 3 tablespoons of this dressing, okay? I'm not using a lot of it. That's it, and you just mix it up. It's really easy. Again, less than 5 minutes and super tasty. Okay. So we have some hungry kids, so we're gonna have some chicken for them soon.
Yes. Very soon.
Very soon. Okay. So again, there was no salt or pepper or anything else added to this. Do we have, is that already?
Yeah.
Did you lower it already? Okay. So here, let me show you on the camera. This is the salad with the cauliflower and broccoli and the mixed nuts and cranberries, okay? And a little bit of slaw dressing. Very easy, fast, and super delicious salad, okay?
That's 275, is that okay?
No, 200.
200, okay.
200, 217 minutes. Did you just turn it down?
Yeah.
Okay, time 17 minutes. Okay. Okay, so what's going on with our chicken? Is it ready to flip? Yes, 13 minutes. It's already flipped.
Yeah.
So if you can see on the camera, can you bring the camera down? As you can see, the chicken is actually nice and crispy. And look at all the oil that's been released out of the chicken, yeah? So 13 more minutes and chicken's gonna be ready to go. What about the fish? How many minutes left?
It's almost done. Okay, let me check.
The fish should be almost done. The veggies will be almost done very soon. What about the rice? Where's our rice? So rice is 8 more minutes left, okay? That's it. So everything is pretty much, we're just waiting for it to finish cooking.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I timed this one earlier, like 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see the potato. Oh, it's done.
Yeah, done. Right?
This is completely done. Okay, let me bring the veggies are done. So this is our potato salad. So as you can see, there was no water in here. And look at the salt. Remember the salt that was on the paper towel? Go ahead and touch it.
Yeah.
It's all hard, yes? So if I put water in that potato, what would happen to this salt? It will disappear, yeah? And it will be gone, yeah? What will happen with the taste of the water? It's going to be salty, yeah? So because we didn't put any water in here and we didn't put any salt, salt is a natural mineral, yeah? It's a natural mineral. So it means all the minerals inside the veggies are still intact inside the vegetables. And you can see the colors of the vegetables. Do you see how they're really nice and colorful? Don't throw this away.
Yeah, I know.
Don't just throw this away. I need this later. Okay. Can you give me a bowl for the eggs?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the eggs off, and we're gonna wash it and cool it. Ah, okay. So I want you to try. I want you to try the carrots. These are cooked vegetables, okay? So I want you to try a piece of carrot. Can you taste the carrot? The actual carrot, if it was a raw carrot. Yeah? So, can you taste the carrot? How does it taste? Like if it's a raw carrot, yeah, how the carrot should taste. Mm-hmm. Just take a piece, yeah, just take a piece just to try the carrot. Okay? So you can see the carrot, it tastes like a raw carrot, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, I'm gonna name it. Do we have a 9-quart or some cold cookware that we can transfer this to? This is 12 quart. I need the raw, I need the just the cold cooker because it's cooking still. I need it out. So it stops cooking.
Here, use this one.
Yeah, give me the 11. Okay. So we're gonna transfer from our hot cookware. We're gonna transfer to 11-inch skillet. Yeah. And we're gonna let it cool. So everything is cooked. Do we have a cold balcony here somewhere we can put this out? Oh, put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Can you put this in the fridge
Yeah.
so it cools down? Okay, quickly put it in the fridge. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge so we can cool these potatoes. Oh, you know what? I can put it here.
In the freezer.
Freezer. Okay. So for 5 minutes, let it cool down, okay? So I want you to see something. You know how cooked eggs, immediately when you start peeling, you can smell that stinky smell, and you know somebody cooked eggs, yeah? I want you to look at something. Can you smell the eggs? Can smell? Smell, it doesn't stink. If you can smell it, yeah? So there is no stinky smell in the egg. You see that? So if what does it mean is it's been cooked, not only cooked properly, but I want you to also look, if you look at the whites of the eggs, there is no bluish, greenish stain on it, okay? So what does it mean is this egg was properly cooked. It was not overcooked. What happens when you cook it on a high heat, long time, yeah, 15, 20, 30 minutes, the sulfate goes into a chemical reaction and it creates that smell, that stinky smell, but also it creates that bluish, greenish hue inside of the egg, yes? So what happens? A lot of people have reaction to sulfate. So it gives them stomach ache, they start burping, they start, all kinds of discomfort and so on, so on. So a lot of people sometimes say, I'm allergic to eggs, I don't eat eggs, yeah? But it's actually not the egg, it's most likely they have allergy on sulfate, okay? So this is a properly cooked egg. It should look like this. Because we cooked it on a very low heat and a very quick time in less than 10, 12 minutes, okay? So this is how the cooked egg should look like, okay? So we're gonna cut up all our eggs into cubes like that, and we're gonna mix it up with our potato, and we're gonna have a potato salad, okay? So now, I would like to do a carrot test for you guys, so you understand why we are losing all these nutrition when you're cooking and why we are encouraging you to cook in a low heat, okay? Cone number 1. Can I get cone number 1? Okay. So I'm going to do a very simple test, okay? On the example of this test with the carrot, I'm going to show you why we are losing our nutrition so fast. Okay? So I want you to take a pinch of a carrot and try the carrot. Take a pinch. Take a pinch. How does the carrot taste? It's nice, crunchy, sweet, the way carrot should taste. Okay? So go ahead and try the carrot, okay? I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna cook these carrots, okay? I'm gonna put some water and I'm gonna stir it for 1 minute and I'm gonna pretend that I'm cooking the carrot, okay? So this is how fresh carrot should look like. This is 100%, all the nutrients are still there intact. So I'm gonna pretend I'm cooking carrots, okay? So I'm gonna put a cold water and I'm gonna stir it for 1 minute. I'm not gonna heat up. I'm not gonna put on the hot stove. I'm not gonna do anything. Usually, how long does it take to cook carrots like this? How long? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes? How long usually cook your carrots? 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, minimum 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna cook 5-10 minutes, and I'm not using fire. This is a cold water. Okay, I'm not even cooking it. Can I get another glass? 2 glasses? 2 glasses, yeah. So I'm gonna show you in 1 minute what happens to this carrot. So I'm gonna take the carrot. Now, try the carrot. Go ahead, try the carrot. What happened to the taste of the carrot? It's gone, yes? It's completely watery. There is no taste. Bland in 1 minute in water. 1 minute. I didn't even cook it. So go ahead, try the carrot. Yeah? So what happened to the carrot? It's completely bland. There's no taste to it, yeah? So what happened? Within 1 minute, we lost the color. Yeah? We have a color here. So we lost the color. So what I tell you when I was making the salad, color is the vitamins, yeah? So we lost the vitamins within a minute. This much vitamins, we lost it. Plus the flavor. So the flavor is gone. There's no more nice carrot taste, yeah? So the flavor is the minerals. So the vitamins, minerals transferred within a minute to this water. And this is what we eat, and we do what with this? We're gonna dump it in the water in the sink, yeah? So our sink is eating very healthy, very delicious, very good food, and we eating empty vegetables, okay? And we think we're eating vegetables. What else we do? In order to make it delicious, taste good, what we do? We add salt, we add pepper, we add ketchup, hot sauce, whatever you want to add, we add it, yeah? Then on top of it, what do? We add oil. We add oil, yeah? How many times a week you use oil to cook? Every day? Every time you cook, you use oil? Yes? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So we're eating all this oil. How long usually this bottle of oil will last in your family? How long will you use this? 1 month? 2 weeks? 2, 3 weeks. What about your family? You don't cook? So how long usually you use this? 1 month? How long this will last? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Tanad in toshirsgoto. Nixarot. Okay, so it's on average 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so 1 month. Let's just make it 1 month. So it means your family, every year, you guys are eating 12 huge bottles. This is actually 2 liters. So 24 liters of oil every year among your family. If I give you this bottle of oil and I give you, can you please drink this oil? Can you drink it? No. Why? Why you cannot drink this? Because your body will reject it. You're gonna vomit it out. Yeah, it's gonna come straight out once you drink it. Yeah. So what happens with this oil? So what we're doing is when we mix it in our food and eat it, we are fooling our body, and we're eating 24 liters of oil every year. Okay? This oil stays in your body. You know how long vegetable oil stays in your body? How long it takes them to get out of your body? Do you know how long they stay in your body? Around 6 months to 12 months. So this oil is just sitting there in your body for 12 months. Can you imagine? So what's going on with the oil? If I take this oil and dump it in the sink, can I dump it in the sink? Why? Why can't you dump what? It's gonna clog it up, yeah? So what do? We take it very carefully and then we dump it in our garbage can, yeah? We usually don't dump the oil in our sink, yes? So there is a pipe inside your sink, pretty much this big, yeah? We are very careful and very caring and very loving to our sink pipe, like this big. But we don't care anything that's going on in our own pipes in our own body. It's so thin, yeah? You can barely see it. So this thing is clogging up all your veins throughout all your body. and this one stays in your body, doesn't come out of your body, you know? So what does it do? It's not only clogging up your veins, it's covering all your cells in your body with the oil. So what's the side effect of that? Your cells cannot communicate. They cannot talk to each other, yeah? So there's miscommunication happening in your body, and that's what creates inflammation and all these diseases, all these lifestyle-related diseases like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, yeah, diabetes, and so on, so on, so on, so on, yeah? So it's all food-related illnesses. Do you know that, you know, cancer, the main two biggest causes of cancer is food and tobacco. So if you smoke and if you don't eat healthy, you have very, very big chance of getting a cancer. Yeah. So that's why we are showing you today how to avoid oil completely. And we are frying chicken with no oil. We're making fish with no oil. We're making the rice dish with no oil, okay? And we cooked our vegetables for our potato salad with no water. So we are not losing any vitamins and minerals. And also we are not covering our body with all unnecessary oil. So look at this. We have a couple pieces of chicken. This is what happened. Look at all the oil that was released from just the meat part there. And what we usually do to fry chicken or meat, any meat, we add oil. Yeah. So by adding oil, you're going to add this oil on top of your food, plus additional oil from your meat. So this is how we eat. Okay. I want you to realize today, just visually, what we're eating every day. So tasteless carrots, bunch of salt, bunch of spices, bunch of oil, plus additional vegetable oil. And this is what we call food. But what do we do with this? We kill it, we throw it away, and just put it in the garbage. Yeah. So this is the difference. I want you to make the change today. Yeah. I want you to stop eating this and start eating this. Yeah. There is a very big difference between these two types of food. Yeah. Which one would you pick today? Knowing what you know today. Yeah. You want to eat this. Yeah. You want to eat this part. You don't want to eat this. This is basically garbage. You shouldn't be eating this. Yeah. So that's the big difference between eating right, healthy, with no oil, with no additional spices and all that stuff, and still eat delicious food. So who didn't try our fried chicken from this group? Who didn't have a cooking class? Who didn't try a fried chicken from this group? Yeah? So you had it? You never had it. Okay. I want you to take a piece of chicken. Okay. So go ahead, take whoever wants. You can take a piece of chicken and try it. This chicken doesn't have a salt. There's no oil. Okay, oil has been actually pulled out of the chicken. Okay. So if you fried this chicken in the oil, this one small chicken thigh is around 600 calories because of oil, extra oil. But the way we fried it today, it's less than 200 calories. Do you want to eat fried chicken 600 calories or 200 calories? Exact same chicken. How's the chicken? Does it, do you feel like you need salt? It tastes good, yeah? It tastes like if it already has a salt, yeah? Yeah. So it's a nice and crispy outside, but it's still juicy and soft inside. Yeah? Go ahead, whoever wants to grab a piece if you guys want to have a piece, yeah. Now, I'm gonna pull out my potato salad. What happened here?
No, I think
So now we have our cooked veggies, yeah, with no water. I'm gonna add to this our eggs, okay? Cut up eggs. We're gonna add some pickles. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl to mix this. I need bigger bowl to mix this. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of mustard and a little bit of mayo. So we're gonna add a little bit of mustard, less than a teaspoon, okay? And we're gonna add a little bit of mayo. Okay. And we're gonna mix it up. Yeah. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, good. This is our 7-quart wok. So this is the size of our 7-quart. That was a 5-quart wok. This is a 7. Okay. So I'm gonna transfer it to this bigger piece. How's the chicken? What surprises you in our chicken? How is it? Let me get some mayo. Okay, so I'm gonna mix our potato salad. So this is a potato salad, okay? So it's a very traditional Russian style potato salad, okay? За, манай энэс салаад амсаад. Энэ дотроос ямар ч давс хийгээгүй. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Take a salad here. Okay. We have all kinds of salads here. Let's do the fish. Look at the fish.
And do the fish here. Or let's put it here. Can you move a little?
Yeah. Okay.
And have the fish there.
So we're gonna have a fish there. What else?
And rice. I think rice is okay. Done.
Yeah. I need them. Thank you for making sauce.
Yes. And there's a rice.
So this is the rice dish that we did earlier. It has a full garlic, so whoever wants garlic, they can just take it and pinch it out and eat it, okay? Some people don't want garlic in their food, so that's why I did it in full. So whoever wants it, they can have it. Do we have more plates? Huh?
So this potato salad, we drained out the starch.
Yes.
And this is already good for diabetic.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Get some plates. So let me give you.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Let me give. There's a bunch of meat on the bottom. Okay, now let me put the garlic out here, okay? So whoever wants the roasted garlic, they can have it. There's lamb on the bottom, that's why I want to bring it up so I can mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead, try our lamb dish.
Mm-hmm.
Try the fish. Try the salads. What else we have that we didn't put it out?
Have place here.
Okay, so хоол ямар байна? Гоё байна. Ямар ч юу тосгийгүү, давсгийгүү мах. Тий? Мах амар амттай байд тэ. Илүүцээ байхгүй тий? Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So we have all these dishes here. So we have potato salad, we have the cabbage salad, we have a steamed fish with okra. This looks good. I want to try this. And then we have a rice dish with lamb, okay? There's roasted garlic here if you guys want some garlic. Garlic is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, anti-everything, very healthy superfood. So eat garlic with your food. Би тэнцэн нөгөө бүтэн сармис нөгөө тэрнээс аваад тэгээ тэрэн дээр махтаа идвэл аюу гоё. Okay, thank you everyone that joined us live on this video and hope to see you at one of our next classes. So come check out, if you're in Calgary area, come check out our Calgary Saladmaster office, contact Mely and schedule your live tasting with her. Have a good weekend, everyone. See you later.